Welcome back to Family Food Supply. Today we have for you our September Azure haul. We're going to take you on a Lord of the Rings type journey through the entire thing.
Kind of. Because this is only part of the haul. Last month we divided it up into 3 parts. This month we're just going to do 2. Not anything to do with size, but if you want to see more about the stuff that we have back here, this is actually what we buy every single month. So we're going to do that in part 2 of the haul.
So remember the Fellowship of the Ring and then the 2 towers. This is something like Fellowship of the 2 Towers. Tower 1.
And be sure to stick around to the end. We have another fun giveaway that we will, it's sitting right there behind Grace's, that will tell you a little bit more about and tell you how to enter to win. Pick a side.
Left.
We're going to start over here.
Inside this box we have round 2 of the cucumbers because last month they were a little yucky.
Okay, if I had gotten the cucumbers that we got last month, and that was my first experience with cucumbers from Azure, I probably would have said that's the worst thing ever, I'm never going to order them again. But we got them last year, and they were perfect. And so, I'm not going to call these perfect, but I'm going to say they're
better. They're
way better. I'm going to call it at about like 80-90%.
I was going to say 75-80, yeah, because some of them are looking good.
So
the issue that we found was they were just really yellow, white almost. They were really squishy and moldy. They ended up going directly into the compost pile. If you have an issue with your produce from Azure, send an email, take a picture. They're really good about refunding them and making it work.
Just do it within 7 days.
And because we're located in Colorado, the life expectancy on these in transit goes up. The further away you are from Azure, it goes down, if that makes sense.
And the reason why these are so important, crucial, whatever, is last year we were able to do, I think we did 3 or 4 boxes worth of them, and we were able to ferment, not can pickles, but we were actually able to ferment dill pickles enough to get us through the entire year. Prior to that, we were buying Bubbies. They're delicious and amazing and great for you, but man, they are expensive. And so this is so worth it in my book. So we gave them another shot. I'm happy that we did.
So in front of this we have something new. Charlie's Soap Laundry Pre-Spray. I don't know.
So it's like a stain remover.
Like a stain remover.
Yes.
We're going to give this a shot. Cleans everything, even red wine.
I'm excited to try it out.
And let's just stick here in the front. We have canning lids. And again, something new because ball or mason jar. No, what is it?
So the ball jar lids. Number one, there's supposedly a higher failure rate on those in comparison to these, from what I've heard from others. And so these, it's 100 lids. So I believe it's 4 packs of 25. They're in here. They're beautiful. So if you look at this, it says American brand. I do believe that the company itself is in Florida, but I do believe that these are manufactured
They're made in China.
Yeah. And so if that's something that's super important to you, then there are other brand options out there. When I would order our mason jars for like Walmart pickup or Target delivery is the best. I think Walmart pickup is the best, or Walmart shipping even. And every time that I ordered the lids, they didn't come. And so that was great, and we have them. Now I need to order some regular milk as well. So I normally talk about Sacred Eats electrolytes that I previously was drinking daily. I have not been able to stomach that lately. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out. But these are delicious. This is the cherry lime flavor electrolyte power pack, and then this is the raspberry flavor. I did a little bit of sampling at our natural grocers. We are able to order them by individual packs. I can tell you that the mixed berry is disgusting, and the watermelon is quite delicious. I think there's also a pina colada that I want to try.
Speaking of mason jar lids and such.
We use mason jars for everything. For a while there, we got some jars that had, like for the honey, and cleaned up the jars and used them. And I started to realize when you use a mason jar for like seasons and spices and herbs or any sort of dry good, when you have gone and used some of these that are just, it's a single contained lid, when you go to take off the band and the lid that are separated, it's really annoying. And so this is totally a convenience thing to be able to start swapping out all of our jars that aren't canned, because it's so convenient to just have that in one contained piece.
We've been doing a lot of kefir experimenting.
Water kefir.
Yeah.
This is different. This is for inspiration, 100%. So I've been making yogurt, and then we make it, and then it doesn't get repopulated. We're just really bad. And I've been meaning to start some milk kefir as well, and I just haven't. And so I'm hoping that now I've got a book, I can find inspiration, and it's totally gonna work.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so next we have oils. We have 4 gallons of avocado oil, and we have 2 gallons of olive oil. We normally go through about 2 of each a month. This month, for the month of September, our goal is to get to at least a 6-month supply of our oils. This, for the olive oil, I believe will put us there. With the avocado oil, I'm happy that this happens to be the month of September, where in our case, we actually get 2 drops in September.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, that's an expensive month.
It is an expensive month. Thankfully, we're on 4-week months.
Right. That 4-week. If you've not seen the 4-week video,
Yeah, I'll put that in the description.
check
I
that
will
out.
also put the video where we talk about what we are buying for the month of September and why. And we talk about the oils in that.
All right, next up we have a frozen item. Oh, it's so hot here in Colorado. This is like defrosted already. There's this massive heat wave over the entire northwest section of the country. So we have partially frozen corn now. So this is.
I wasn't too worried about the corn
Oh,
getting defrosted.
it feels so good.
But you don't need to defrost it on your face.
There's a
The fly.
Frozen corn's gonna be used for whatever we want.
Shepherd's pie.
Maybe like a corn salsa.
Yeah.
Do like a corn
Wait, I need
pico
more.
type salsa.
I need more corn
Yeah.
in order to do that. We'll
Yeah.
probably
This is just a trial run, I think, but this is gonna go in the freezer with the frozen peas.
yes.
So.
Right here we have soft white wheat. This is not really the month for us to do any stocking up on soft white wheat, but we realized that our soft white wheat stash
Say that
was
10 times
a
fast.
bit
Gone.
insufficient, because I thought we had a year worth and apparently it was more like 3 months.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to need to kind of play a little bit of catch up, and that's okay.
Okay, you're not being honest with everybody. The reason why our soft white wheat stash is low is because we discovered that Harbor can make chocolate chip cookies with soft home ground soft white wheat.
And they're amazing. Yes. Now everybody's gonna ask for that recipe. Can you go out here? And I need to eat every 5 minutes, so here is my next meal. Alright, and then next over here we have einkorn. Unfortunately, einkorn only comes in a 25-pound bag, but fortunately, I was really excited that it was in stock because it's been over a year since we've been able to get einkorn from Azure. We normally have been getting it from our local organic
Grain
distributor, and it's like $25 more. I believe this is around $75 for a 25-pound bag, where up at Golden it is $100 for a 25-pound bag. So einkorn is expensive, but it's good for you and it's delicious.
It's one of those ancient drawings. Probably Gandalf had einkorn waffles. Yes. So we're gonna have Gandalf waffles this weekend. It's supposed to drop like 50 degrees.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold on Saturday.
53 degrees is our high, and the low is 43. So if it gets to 93 tomorrow, and it drops to 43, that's a 50-degree drop.
Yep.
And we're having waffles and bacon.
Okay, so next we have a couple more dry goods. First off is golden flaxseed. This is something that we buy it in a 5-pound bag and refill it when it runs out. We're going to be adding this to the bread that we make, and I'm thinking I might
grind it
try.
up and add it to the bread?
Yeah, I might try adding some of it. Yogurt has been something that I can actually eat, and so I might try and do some more flaxseed with my yogurt or in my smoothies. Then we also have a bag of millet. One of the things that Harvard wants to try making is Ezekiel bread. And I thought I had everything, and the one thing I realized I missed was millet. And so, because we had a 5-gallon bucket of millet and ended up getting rid of that.
Today, in fact.
Or is it sitting right there?
No, that's what I got.
Okay, so what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to dump these each into a quart-sized jar, because that is the size that is reasonable for us to use in our kitchen. We're not going to be going through massive amounts of it, so I don't want to do like a gallon, but a quart I believe is about perfect. So
we're going to see how much this bag fills in a quart jar. Okay, while she's mowing down, I'm going to take some of the flax and dump it into the jar. Oh, it worked. So, take this, let's just open it up, make sure nothing looks weird in there. It's crucial to use a funnel so you don't spill it everywhere, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, that looks beautiful. It's so pretty. Now that's a little full. Our quart bags might not hold that much.
Okay, so I know that it's tempting to say, I'm going to now take this and go dump it in a gallon mason jar, or I'm going to dump it in a 2.5-gallon bucket or something to store the rest of it, because there's still a lot left, so it's like right here. But what we have found is that doing a little bit of extra work up front is so worth it in the long run. What we will do is we'll take the rest of this, dump it into quart-sized Mylar bags. Then when this runs out, all we have to do is run downstairs, grab that bag, fill it up.
Millet's next. This box is revealing how short I am. What?
Funnel.
Oh, you don't need no funnel. You don't need no funnel. Gandalf wouldn't use a funnel. Gandalf would use a funnel. I don't know what's in this box. I have a feeling I know what's in this box. But let's open this box together, shall we? Oh. Maple syrup.
I would like to say that I believe our year's supply of maple syrup has been filled.
Now, we won't go a year without buying it, but what we'll do is we'll probably go 6 months without buying it. Maybe 4. Not sure. We haven't figured that system out yet.
And the fun part about that is that means that I get to put money towards other things.
Because this little box here, it's a hefty percentage of the whole bill. But
and the greatest part is that it was all still on sale from a sale that they had 3 months ago, I think. And we shared a video on how to place multiple orders at a time. Again, I'll link that in the video description box as well. Okay, next we have tortillas. I have been getting these, actually the Stacy's brand is available at our local Vitamin Cottage, and I finally checked the price, and they're way cheaper at Azure.
that means more tacos.
That means more tacos.
More burritos.
Normally, we have been eating the almond flour tortillas. Since I got pregnant, I
never loved them.
I'm getting really picky, and I'm wanting.
Here's the thing.
Stuff
We used
like
to, like, right now, I say it's totally okay. We're eating
We'll
flour.
go back and do a flour and sugar fast at some point in time. Anyway, they have 3 different sizes of tortillas. So here, let's actually start over here. These are corn tortillas. These are not the Stacy's. These are just organic corn tortillas. I don't like the way that they're, like,
packaged.
feel how they're rolling as they defrost.
Oh yeah, I like that because then you can just
maybe it
just
is good
roll it.
things. I don't know.
Like I can eat that all as one.
So
two
we're
of these.
compare these to the ones we had been just getting the tortillas from Costco, which are not organic, and you get a lot of them for like a really small amount of money, which just
doesn't sit right. Yeah.
So we're gonna give these a try, see how those do. One of the cool things was that I put these in my cart last month, and they were like $5 cheaper than what, like when I checked out, they had risen in price by quite a bit. So, not that I'm excited to pay more now, but at least we got our first trial run for cheaper. Hold on.
8-inch.
No, hold on.
10-inch.
Hold these.
Hold these.
Hold these.
I hold these.
Hold these. These are actually the big guys. So
I didn't even see them.
this is a 6-pack. You can only get these as a 6-pack. They do not have these available individually or in 3-packs. Now, here's the thing.
We's making burritos.
When I buy these at like natural grocers, they are listed as just flour tortillas and big flour tortillas. And that's it. And so on Azure's website, they're listed as 8-inch, 10-inch, and 12-inch tortillas. Now, just to make sure, I wanted to kind of do a little comparison here. Okay, first off, we have this corn 6-inch tortilla shell. So I'm gonna measure this, and we're right at 6 inches.
Nice.
Then with the Stacy's Organic, this I believe is listed as an 8-inch tortilla. If you buy it from Azure, if you get it from the grocery store, it's listed as just a regular tortilla. So this is about like just over 8 inches.
It's a solid 8 inches.
It is a solid 8 inches.
Just north.
Okay. So then we have the big white flour tortillas. Now for these are listed, I believe, as the 10-inch, and I'm gonna call that
Another solid 10 inches.
10 inches, that little bit bigger. And then these are the 12-inch tortillas, which are like 12.5 inches almost, because this has got like a crinkle in it. So these are huge. So what we will do is, these will be great for like on-the-go burritos, because you can actually like enclose all the stuff in there and it's not like falling out the ends. Whereas these are great for enchiladas, and then the smaller size. I think this is a little big for a taco.
A little big of a taco. I would put that.
Quesadillas.
I would put that as like a medium-sized quesadilla, but I'd still do it as just like everybody gets one big filled taco. Actually, you know what? Half quesadillas. Yeah.
Okay, so you can get all of these by the case, where I believe they come with 6 packs of the tortillas.
Nice.
For these, I just got three, and then I got the case of these. I figure we'll see which of these two we'd use the most, and I'll get that case next time. Because I do think we'll use all of them pretty
Well, I'm going to try making a chimichanga. Heck yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Our deep fryer that...
You can just do it in a pan.
Okay. I guess
With
that
green
would
chili.
be better. Okay.
A homemade sour cream drizzle, fresh cilantro.
Did you open this?
Did not.
Really?
I didn't open it.
Where's the
Did Grayson open it?
thing? Okay, so next we have a bag of ginger root powder. Again, this is not necessarily our month for ordering a whole bunch of bulk herbs and spices, but this is something that we were out of, and we're going to be making some apple pie seasoning and some pumpkin pie seasoning, and so I wanted to make sure we had enough ginger root powder on hand. And then from there, we also have another flavor of sorts. This is the Flavor Organics extract, a whole case, so 12 bottles of the hazelnut extract. I'll be honest, the almond extract is my favorite, but they were out, and so it made it really easy to decide that I was going to get the case of the hazelnut this time, and next month I'll get the case of almond.
Middle Earth. Whatever's after Middle Earth, I'm calling it a brain fart. That's where we are. So we have the mangoes, which they are not superb.
They're usually really good.
They're kind of squishy on the outside, like they've been bruised. So the gentleman who is videotaping is going to help me right after this do some dehydrating and such.
Well, but some of these, like these don't even, this one's not ripe. Like most of them aren't ripe. So I think what happened, these were in a plastic bag. I think this didn't fit, and so they wrapped it in a plastic bag to make sure that all the mangoes stayed together. And they're like, yeah, this one's got some, I don't know.
I don't think we have spewage.
We're gonna need to further investigate.
Doing some investigating. And underneath the mangoes, we have apples.
So I actually ordered 3 cases of apples. One of them was Granny Smith, and unfortunately they were out of stock. They were also out of stock of the peaches, which are now back in stock, which I'm really bummed about.
Gala.
Yes, Gala apples. We are going to be making applesauce, apple butter, dried apples, and I'm going to do some experimenting with making an apple pie filling and canning that. So next is apple cider vinegar. We did some cherry projects, and I made a bit of cherry vinegar using the cherry pits. And so I went through a lot of vinegar. We did a combination of ACV and white wine vinegar to kind of compare which one we like better. But I needed to help stock back up our apple cider vinegar supply. These 4 bottles do that. If you are looking for a affordable way to gain some traction in your building your food supply, some of these vinegars are a great way to do it because you can get a year worth of vinegar fairly inexpensively. Next, we have the Bing cherries. Now, this does not say dried, but they are not fresh cherries. I knew that they were not fresh cherries. I expected dried cherries. But what I did not expect is how plump and juicy and amazingly delicious these look. Like, these look like prunes. They are, I don't know, they're huge. Now the funny part, I'll admit, when after getting the raisins, you get the raisins and they like literally encompass the entire box. Where this is the box, like this is the branded box that they come in, and they take up like half of this box. And so this is another one of those things where I'm like, how many jars is it going to take you to store this? So just wait. We are going to find out. We store our dried fruit in half-gallon mason jars. These don't happen to be labeled yet. Yeah.
I don't know if these are any good. My preference?
Yeah.
Would be drier.
Really?
Yeah.
So.
Pretty good though.
I think these are mini. So we're gonna fill. Do you think I'm gonna be able to do it in 2?
Yes. Uh-oh. Traffic jam. Nice.
Normally what we use dried cherries for is to put them in salads. And I'm curious what your thoughts are on how these are going to be in salads.
Only one way to find out.
Have a salad.
Have a salad.
You want to get that guy?
It's gonna be all
Okay,
it's sticky. She doesn't want to stick it in.
5 pounds of cherries fit very easily into 2 half-gallon mason jars. And what we will do is use the food saver to suck out all of the air in one of these and then probably store them in the freezer so that we do not have any mold issues. Okay, you ready for something new? We have in our hands the new Dr. Bronner's chocolate bars.
I think we need a sampling.
I think we definitely need a sampling. Okay, so we have salted almond butter, we have crunchy hazelnut butter, and we have smooth chocolate praline, which means I'm going to just have to try all of them here for you. Okay.
It's like opening a Willy Wonka
Smooth chocolate praline. I am just dying to know what the soap company making chocolate bars is all about. Okay, so there's like a coating and an inside.
She was not sure. She needs a second sample. Nom, 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 nom.
Smooth coconut praline. It almost tastes like it has like a caramely inside. It's...
Is it good?
Mm-hmm. All right,
All right,
let's...
hold on a second. Which one's this?
All right, this is the crunchy hazelnut butter.
So is this one chocolate or dark? Do they have milk?
I don't think so. Okay, again, we got stuff on the inside.
And?
It tastes similar. Like,
Can't tell the difference?
it's really good, but I can't tell a huge difference. You get to try this one, and then Grayson gets to try the next one.
Nom, nom, nom.
Because I'm not going a second layer again. And then lastly, we have the salted almond butter. Whoa. Chocolate, almond. Same deal. I'm going to say, I think this one's a little bit richer, which
Ta-da!
makes
good?
me prefer it a little
you
bit
share that with her?
less.
Yeah, you can do that.
What a
I
gentleman.
have it. Does it taste different?
So I'm gonna say these two are my
Stronger.
favorite. I think it's richer. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
These two are my favorite. This is still delicious, but this definitely comes in third.
Gandalf doesn't eat
The
chocolate.
last one.
I'm not.
All right, Lost. What's next?
It's time to talk about the giveaway.
This month, we have a cat to give away. This cat
You're
is
not
so
giving
sweet.
away
Look at her.
Murta.
Look, she wants to be here, doesn't she?
Okay, so this month we have a pumpkin package to give away. And there's actually one item that's missing from here. We're also going to be sending the lucky winner a homemade pumpkin spice mix that I previously mentioned that has not been made and packaged yet. First off, we've got the pumpkin cookbook. We got one of these last year and it's got all kinds of amazing recipes in it. I went through and dog-eared probably like 50 of them. Okay, I'm gonna be totally honest. There's one complaint about this book. There are a lot of pictures in this book. Very few of them are of the actual item that is being made. So, for example, apricot stuffed pork tenderloin. There's a picture of pumpkins. And then I found myself very frustrated. Great American beer soup. We have a fall scene.
Not even that fall.
It's not. If I ever make a cookbook, there's going to be a picture of each food
Everything.
item in that you make, because I feel like that's what really makes a cookbook.
Yes, it is.
So, but anyway, it is a great cookbook. It's got some great recipes, especially if you like pumpkin. So, we also have the pepitas, or pumpkin seeds from Azure, and 3 cans of pumpkin. We do really enjoy using fresh pumpkin, but if you're gonna do canned pumpkin, this is the best that I have found. And I learned when trying to like research and plan for this, it's really hard to get pumpkins in August and early September. We've got some in our garden that are like almost ready. They still have to cure after they're off the vine and all that, but I'm excited for those. Okay, so now if you want to enter to win our pumpkin package giveaway, we need a way for them to enter. So in the comments below, you should tell us
What is your favorite Mexican food? Since we have all these wonderful tortillas, we're gonna be making quesadillas, tacos, burritos, and enchiladas. We love it all. Let us know which one you love the
we
most.
love Mexican food. Yeah. What's your favorite Mexican food?
Tacos! I love them all. They're great, yeah.
So let's say one of your favorite, if you can't narrow it down. And if you can't stand Mexican food, then you should
You
go
belong on
somewhere
another channel.
else. Or just let us know in the comments, and that'll earn you an entry this one time.
Green chili steak burrito.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Okay.
All right, this is it for part 1. Stay tuned, y'all, for part 2. Okay, that's gonna be coming at you at a store near you.
Next week. It'll be there next week. You'll get another chance to enter to win the pumpkin package giveaway.
And we won't ask you about Mexican food.
And yeah, we'll be sharing some of our very favorite Azure items.
But for now, you can check out the video that we did on what to buy for the month of September over there. Where's the dehydrator? Kind of earthy.
This is earthy.
Bummer.
What I'd say, put these off, sit out on the counter for a little bit.